Hello my friends, welcome back to Clarity in the Chaos, formerly known as Keto in the Chaos. My name is Tammy, and on this channel, I like to share all of the physical and mental ups and downs in my lifelong battle against obesity. If that sounds interesting to you, don't forget to like this video on the way in and subscribe for more videos like this one to inspire you. To get started,
let's be in the present. I don't wanna sweat it. I just wanna start all over. Just wanna start all over. All over.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. I'm so excited that you stopped to check in on me. It means a lot that you come back every week to see how I'm doing on my newest weight loss journey. I feels like I have done this haul before, and it kind of feels weird to kind of be starting over, so to speak. And I'm really glad that at 10 weeks in, you are still here giving me the support and just checking in to see how I'm doing, so that motivates me to keep going. So if you're new, my name is Tammy. Like I mentioned before, I am a 50-year-old mother of 9, and I've been on my weight loss journey since 2017, January 1st, where I kind of fell, luckily, into the keto diet. And I lost 207 pounds on keto and began teaching what I had learned, because that's just what I do. And I decided to start this YouTube channel for that purpose. After I had reached what I felt like was a comfortable weight for me to maintain, I maintained that weight loss for about a little over a year before I decided to have skin removal surgery. In 2021, in July, I had skin removal surgery, and I have a whole playlist here on my channel that goes through all of the recovery and everything that happened, and it went really, really well. But after the surgery, I just never could quite get back to that complete mindset of keto cut, keto weight loss, that kind of thing, and I really struggled to keep the weight off after that. Every year, it seems like I was gaining 10 pounds, and then this last year, I went through a really stressful time, and my brain went absolutely haywire. I had to have a lot of therapy, and I gained back so much weight this last spring that I started to panic. I'd heard about GLP-1 medications, both from you guys here, who have mentioned them to me many times, but also I knew some friends in real life that I found out had been taking them, and I was able to ask them some questions. Then I started seeing people on Facebook that were having great experiences with them. And I started seeing people here on YouTube having good experiences with them. And it started me really thinking that maybe this might be the answer. And so I started researching them. And guys, in proper Tammy fashion, I am now become almost an expert in GLP-1 medications and how they work and the science behind it and what they're going to be happening in the future and the newest drugs that are going to be coming out, and how awesome and exciting it is to actually have something that actually helps support the brain, because people that struggle with obesity have issues in their brain. And just like my ADHD and just like my autism, we should not be surprised that somehow I'm also neurodivergent when it comes to having obesity struggles. And I bet you that a lot of you guys that follow me are also in the same boat. And so GLP-1 medications have actually been life-changing for me in so many ways. Keto definitely did that for me too, and I had so many learning experiences on my keto journey. And so this is now just an extension of that, and I'm taking what I learned when I was doing the keto weight loss diet, and I'm putting it into practice here with my GLP-1. No, I am not taking my full keto mindset into this journey with me. One thing I'm learning about with the science of GLP-1 medications is that you really do need to have a steady supply of blood glucose for the new insulin that's being secreted by your pancreas to use to get going on getting your body ready to open up its cells and burn the fat that's already in there. There are things in the GLP-1 medications that help your brain and your body to work together to actually burn body fat. It is not just a magic bullet. It is not just a easy way out, as some people might say. You still have to put the work in. You still have to eat in a calorie deficit. You still have to track your protein and keep it high. Just like I've always said on this channel, protein, protein, protein. It's still king. And the only thing that has changed with when I was doing a keto diet and now is that I've added a few more calories, and those calories are coming from carbohydrates. And that is literally the only thing that has changed. Everything else, all my mindset and everything that I learned in keto has come with me on my journey with the GLP-1. And it has only helped to make it easier for me and better for me as I've gone along on this journey. 10 weeks in, and I am feeling really, really great. I have titrated up slowly because I am on a compound medication through Bello Health. And I officially signed a contract with them to become someone I'm going to be making ad videos, ad content for them. I'm a little nervous about that. I've never actually done anything this specific before that didn't have any like specific guidelines. So it's a specific type of thing that they want, but the content itself is up to me, which is a little bit nerve-wracking. But I'm excited about this partnership. I'm so excited I asked them, that I reached out and I was able to meet them, because now I'm even more excited that I'm with Bello Health, because this company is just like awesome. It is so amazing. The people that work there are so great, and I'm excited to be like one of the crew, which is really fun. I still do not have my affiliate link as of today, as of filming. They're working on it. I'm not going to keep bugging them, though I really I'm trying so hard not to think about how many people I have shared this with that I could have been getting a little bit of help financially from that. But you know what? I know that all is going to work out for my good and that everything is happening in its own time. And so I'm not going to try and rush it. I'm not stressing about that. But as soon as I have it, I will put it in all of my videos. So if you're watching this in the far distant future, maybe it's in there. Might as well check. And if it's not, the link to the actual company is in there. Please be sure that you are going to the correct one that I'm linking, or going to bellohealth.com. There is a spoof site that has a hyphen between Bello and Health, and it looks exactly the same, and they will take your money, and it's a scam. I don't know why they have to do these things. Maybe because Bello just has a really good price, and it was getting a good reputation. They're tanking Bello's reputation. So when you see people saying that it's a scam, well, they probably bought it from the wrong place. So please be very careful. Make sure it's bellohealth.com. Bello Health is all one word. Buy it from the right one. Okay, moving on. I'm just going to dive right into the week and how it went. I totally forgot to do my measurements, so that won't be in this video. I don't know what I was thinking. I was fully dressed when I remembered, and I was just like, I can't. I can't start over. So I didn't do them this morning, which is, I should have. My exercise this week was okay. I forced myself to go on 2 walks. It was not ideal. As you will see in the vlog tomorrow, I had a lot of emotion about it, and I got really upset. I'm really not sure. I've had a lot of emotions this week altogether. I've been kind of on the struggle bus with my brain this week, which is so disappointing because I've had so many weeks of good brain that having rough brain is not my favorite thing, if you know what I'm saying. This was my 3rd week on 5 milligrams, and why I didn't really have trouble completely staying in my macros the way I wanted to. I was really on the struggle bus with anxiety and emotions, and like I'm just starting to think that the 5 milligram might not be where I want to stick around at. This was my 3rd week on 5 milligrams, and technically I'm actually, according to my prescription, supposed to already be up to 6.6. So I feel like I can move up if I need to, and I'm pretty sure that I'm going to. I just don't know exactly how far up I'm going to go. One of the beauty of compound medications is that you can make that decision, and you can just kind of go up a little bit if you don't want to go make the big jump. And I really don't want to do any big jumps if I can help it, but I was on the struggle bus this week emotionally, and I don't know. I spent a lot of time on TikTok this week, and that was my main focus. I think I went live on TikTok every single day this week. That's saying something, because when I go live, I'm going like for 2 hours. It's kind of insane. I don't even know. It's like I'm a different human. It's like I know all of the answers to all of the questions, and I'm like, where did that come from? It's fun, actually. It keeps me on my toes, and I'm really enjoying that. And so I'm probably going to continue with that at least for a few more days. It's fall break for the kids, so I've been taking advantage of that and just spending some time doing stuff for just me, you know? The other things that happened this week is, sadly, womp, 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 we closed the pool. I know, you guys probably don't even want to hear that, because you were probably hoping that I was going to be in there with ice floating around, but I decided that I was going to take pity on Dave and close it when it was still warm enough so that it wasn't miserable, so that I could actually get in. Because in order to put the cover over, you need someone in to help pull it across. And so I had to get in the water. I did get to get in one last time, but I didn't do any walking. I just did it to close the pool, and it is officially closed. It's okay though, because now that I know I can walk in it when it's a little colder, I'll open it sooner this year and be able to use it earlier. That's my plan. Crossing my fingers on that. Really have been trying to like the walks. Really have not been liking them. But that's all I'm going to say about that. Steps for the week. My average was 29.32, which was up 200 from last week. So I did better, even though I didn't feel like I did, than I did last week anyway. So there's that. I got so many gifts from Samantha. Thank you again, Samantha. All of them will be in the vlog tomorrow, but she was so nice to send me not only some things that were on my Amazon wish list that's in the description below, but also just some, she sent me some cozy pajamas and socks that are so nice and been so comfortable as the weather has gotten a little cooler. And I'm so grateful, Sam, for you thinking about me and for checking in with me over on TikTok and following me there as well. I really appreciate it. You don't know how much that means to me to just get surprised by something fun like that when I'm having a hard day. And it really does mean a lot to me when you guys take the time to think about that. I'm not asking for anything like that. Just like in my live chats on TikTok, I don't ask for GIFTSs there either, but it's so fun when people do send them, and it means a lot, and I do appreciate it. So thank you so much to Sammy for taking that time and thinking about me this week. It meant a lot. As far as my weigh-ins go, they were actually really good. I don't know why I'm feeling so like down about it, because literally my weigh-ins were good. I think it's just because I struggled mentally and emotionally this week. And granted, it was the week leading up to my cycle, and sometimes I do have a little bit more emotions surrounding that, and it could possibly be that. I'm not one to have like PMDD or anything like that with my cycle, and I did start my cycle today. But the scale was kind of like fine, and I don't know why. For some reason, when I think about the scale, I feel disappointed because I had a great week. So let's get into the weigh-ins. My weigh-ins started right where I started at the end of last week, 244.7, then 244.7 again. Then I had this huge drop to 242.1. What the heck? And then it went back up a little bit to 242.7. And then I had this huge gain to 245.4. And I was like, what just happened? Make it make sense. And then I was just like, shrug, whatever. It happens. Not a big deal. Next day was down to 243.2. And then today, back down to 242.1. Go figure. So I lost on both the average and the week to week. So week to week, I would be down 2.6 from Tuesday to Tuesday. And my average from last week to this week was down 1.8. So I'm doing really great. My total down, I guess, if you go from beginning to the last weigh-in, is 22.3 pounds in 10 weeks. That's amazing. That's exactly what I want. A little over 2 pound average. That's amazing. I mean, I don't even know. Like, I'm just trying to talk myself into it. I really think it's just my own brain is just fighting itself. I had noticed that I'm chewing my jaw a lot more again, and that had kind of really slowed down, and it's the only thing that's ever helped that in the history of the world. And you guys, if you've been here, you know how many things I've tried to fix my jaw with. I even had braces to try and fix it, and it made it worse. And then I've been seeing a chiropractor for over 2 years to try and like calm my brain down. My dentist, every single time I go in, he just tells me, you got to stop doing that. And I'm like, okay. Might as well tell me to stop breathing. I literally can't stop. And I've noticed that that picked up again this week, which has been really frustrating because it's exhausting. It's exhausting. And I know what it is. It's an autism stim, and it happens when I feel dysregulated, and it's subconscious. I don't even realize I'm doing it, and I cannot stop doing it. It's like literally as automated as breathing, and I cannot stop. Even if I stop to think about it and I shut it down and I relax my jaw, as soon as I turn my attention away from it, it goes back. And I have had so many weeks of relief where that has not been bothering me. And last night, I totally flipped out on Dave. I had a full panic attack. First time I've had one since I think the first week on GLP-1. It's been almost 2 months since I've had a panic attack, and I used to have multiple a day. And it was so frustrating because as I'm sitting there, standing there, even literally shaking, my hands were shaking, and I'm in full fight or flight. Dave has gotten so used to me being normal that I don't think he realized that I was in fight or flight. And I kept saying, like, I really need food. And all my things that I used to say that would give him cues to, like, okay, I'll make it for you. And I'm like, I don't know what to make. I don't want to eat what you're making for the kids. And he wasn't getting it. Mostly because Dave's on GLP-1 as well. He doesn't want to eat anything, and he doesn't want to make anything for anybody. So I felt even worse because I'm like trying to like get him to do his normal Dave thing, which is when he sees me panicking, he says, stop, go to your room, I will fix you something. And he didn't do that. And so then I got really upset and I started to really shake and I was going to cry. And finally I looked at him and I just had to say, I need you to get out because you either have to get out or you have to make me food. And he just looked at me and he's like, oh shoot, regular Tammy's back. Okay. So he just didn't say anything. He just and he walked out. And I know that's got to be hard for him. It's got to be a relief to literally be married to a psycho and have a break. And then when she comes back, it's got to suck. But I'll tell you, it sucks worse for me. There is nothing I want more in the world than to just be normal when it comes to food. So there's that. So, and that's the reason I'm going to go up in my dose a bit because I just can't live like that anymore. And I'm not going to think about the fact that it could get to the point where I'm at 15 milligrams and my brain still is crazy. But at this point, I still have a place to go and I am going to do it because I have to have some help with my stability. I can't be feeling like that. Today I've been hungry and it's been irritating and I've been grinding my teeth and I've been frustrated because I'm eating the same exact food that I eat the same exact food every day. Same calories, same protein, and I'm just like, and trying so hard not to be. So I've kept myself really distracted. But now we're coming to the evening, which is kind of why I put the videos off because I'm like, okay, I had so much fun playing with my grandson today and I had my kids around me because it's fall break. We tried on our Halloween costumes. Mine looks silly, but whatever. I'm going to wear it anyway. And kept myself distracted from the hunger enough that I haven't lost it. But I'm just feeling rough. I'm just feeling rough right now. And so that's why I'm going to go up on my injection tonight. So let's go over the calories because as my brain comes back to its normal state, which is not ideal, I noticed that my calories did push up a little bit. I didn't think I was eating more than I had been. I have been tracking after I eat, mostly because I wanted to see like what my body would kind of intuitively do with this medication. And this week, my average calories is up 78 calories a day from the previous weeks. And for all the previous weeks, they have been basically in the 1500s. And today we're in the 16s. 1623 was my average. And I'm like, okay, my calories are creeping up. That means even on the days that I wasn't feeling crazy, I was eating more than I have been. And that's not what my plan is. So that's a sign to me also that the food noise is returning. I'm just going to call it food noise for the sake of simplicity. For me, that is not what it is. It's literal crazy. It's not just noise. It's not just food noise. I don't have the word for it. Cacophony of misery. Total panic. Becoming an animal. No longer human. And I don't like living like that. This has been the best thing that ever happened to me. And I'd like it to continue. So there's that. My protein was the same as it's always been, 143. My carbs were actually normal. I just don't get the calorie thing. My carbs were 117. My fats were 56. My fiber was 27. Those are like my normal numbers. So how are the calories higher? I don't get it. Of course, these are the averages. So it's not going to line up exactly. If you go across exactly, it'll be lined up, for each day. But there you go. So that is my update for the week. I know this hasn't been as fun or exciting. I have my moments, and we all know that. You've seen that here, even in this series. You have seen I've had weeks when I'm on the struggle bus, especially the first week. And I am going to be realistic about when I'm going to move up on these medications. I am not afraid to move up if I feel like I need to. After last night, I was like, yep, got to do it. Before that, I was still hanging on. I was like, I really want to stick up to the 5 for a little while, because everyone else seems to do really well doing that, but I'm not everyone else. My brain does not work even like most of the obese people I know. And what's really one scary thing that I learned? I was watching this YouTube video this morning. I need to watch it like 10 times. It's 2 hours long and it has so much science in there. And I picked some things out of it to remember, and the rest of it I still don't understand. But it was an interview by Andrew Huberman, and he was interviewing Dr. Zachary Knight about how hunger works, how we basically go from the brain goes, we need calories. The body goes, oh, I'm hungry. We make the decision to forage. We find the food. We eat the food. We feel full. We stop eating. And how all of those different pieces go into play, and where the disconnect is in obesity. And there was this one thing that was really scary. There was a lot of information I'm not going to give in this video because this is an update video, and eventually I'll probably do like a science video to explain it just a little bit more, because each week I'm learning a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more and getting my brain wrapped around how this is actually benefiting me. And one thing that really, really stressed me out, he talked about this study that he had seen done where they secretly made people lose weight without telling them. So they gave them some kind of medication that sped up their metabolism and made them burn more calories so that they would lose some weight, so that they could monitor their food intake to see if it changed as the body weight went down. Because theoretically, your body, well, not even theoretically, he said your body knows how much body fat is on it, and it uses that to judge how much food and the calories that you need. Obviously, there's some kind of disconnect here in obesity. And he said these were obese people. He said for every 10 pounds that they lost 130 calories in metabolism. So compared to people their same size, they were burning 130 calories less than their counterparts who never were obese. On a regular diet. Not a starvation diet, not a Biggest Loser diet. We're not talking about fasting. We're talking about regular old eating, losing weight, and they lost some of their metabolism for every 10 pounds. But not only that, here's the scary part. They also increased their hunger by 100 calories. So I lost 200 pounds. That's 20 of those. That's 2,000 calories more hunger than what I actually need. And almost 3,000 calories less that I'm supposedly burn, which that's not even possible. I wouldn't even be alive. So obviously it's not exact. But that is insane to me. That once you have been bigger, losing weight, he basically said it's a permanent condition. Because the guy was asking him, Andrew Huberman, he was asking him, what's the difference between people that were obese and lose the weight and keep gaining it back, between the people who were obese, lose the weight, and they maintain their weight? He says, oh, they don't exist. It's not possible. It's a permanent condition. And the guy was like, no. I've done my own trials. I've had controlled trials with these people. They say they're sated. They are happy. And you could see the look on the scientist's face. He is just like this. Well, maybe your people were different than most people in the world. Maybe you have a group of snowflakes. But what he meant was, I think they're lying to you. because it's not true. It's a permanent condition. And I was like, and now, of course, I'm distilling that down into what I perceived. And of course, maybe that's not even what he actually said or meant. But it sure just struck me as, okay, I am not lazy. I do know how to do this. And it is impossible. I no longer feel bad about needing the help of a GLP-1 medication in order to achieve a healthy weight loss and maintain it. And I do maintain that I will likely be on some kind of peptide medication for the rest of my life. For anything else, it will be for this. Because this has made me the least crazy that I have ever been in my adult life. I don't know how crazy I was when I was a kid. Oh, that's not even true. I do know how crazy I was when I was a kid. So, my life. This is the most normal I have ever felt. The most calm I've ever felt. The most relaxed I've ever felt. The most peaceful I've ever felt. I'm never going to give that up. And the exciting thing is that in that video, he talked about so many more peptide adjustments they are doing that are going to come down the pipeline in the future that are going to make this even better than before. So guys, get excited because this is possibly the cure for obesity, though it will require a lifetime of commitment. For those of us who've struggled, please hug yourselves tight. It's not your fault. You're genetically wired to be obese. You're genetically wired to not have a set point. You're genetically wired to continue eating past the point of eating. And that is not your fault. And it is not a moral failing that you can't somehow seem to get a grip on that. All right. There's my TED Talk for today. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please come and watch the exciting vlog where I break down about my, I don't know. I don't even remember. I know I cried some. I don't even remember what for. I think it was because my stupid neighbors hate me. It's fine. Everything's fine. You know what? It will be because today is injection day and I've never been more excited about it in the entire time we started this. I can't wait to fill it up and get her in my arm. All right. We'll catch you guys tomorrow in the vlog. See you soon. Bye.
From the past into the future.